what your purpose in life is? Well, I'm here to tell you it is joyful evolution. Okay, that was the purpose for all of us coming here and living. The entire point was to learn and grow, literally to evolve, but not to do it in a negative way. I mean, how do you evolve if you're just being negative? You're going to evolve into something, you're going to like devolve, I don't know, but like in a positive way is how we were meant to do it. We were literally supposed to come here, learn, and enjoy every bit of it. We were supposed to have fun and use our imagination and literally live as a child. We weren't supposed to grow out of that imagination that we had as a child. We were not. You were not supposed to leave that behind. You weren't supposed to grow out of it. That's not evolving. That was, you left something behind that did serve you. And now you're stuck with all these things that don't serve you, and that's probably why you feel stuck if you do. If you don't, well then this video isn't pertaining to you, or it is, but maybe in a different way. I'm not telling you that you're doing anything wrong. I'm telling you that this is how it can be. It doesn't have to be like how it is now. You don't have to go to that 9-to-5 job that you're totally miserable at. You shouldn't, in fact. If you're doing something you don't like to do, why? Why are you doing that? Why? Like, who told you that you had to do that? Go find that person and tell them they're wrong, because you don't. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. That's not why we were put here. We were put here to evolve and be happy about it. So if there's anything in your life that you don't like, I'm telling you right now that you have the choice to change that. And if you choose not to, then you are choosing to be miserable. If that makes you miserable, if that makes you sad, or if that makes you depressed, whatever it is, whatever emotion it is that you're latching yourself onto, if you're not completely 100% happy with your life, I mean, bad things will happen, but you take that as a learning experience and you move on. And you know, oh, if I do this, this happens, now I know. It wasn't a good or bad thing, it was just, it happened, you learn from it, and that should, in turn, be your positive thing. And if something, like if you do something that something really positive comes out of, like you buy a scratch ticket and you win a bunch of money, you bought the scratch ticket, cool, you won a bunch of money, that's awesome, that is so awesome, like something like that. Or like you water a flower. This is so much better than the stupid scratch ticket one. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to say it was stupid. It wasn't stupid, it was just an analogy, but this one is way better. So if you water a flower, that flower will grow. If you put that water in, or put that flower in some sunlight, that water will grow. It will continue to, or flower, sorry, it will continue to grow. One second, I'm just gonna park. I think it would be so much easier than driving around. You know. Alright. Anyways, it's safer. Sorry, I promise. I was watching the road. I was only going like 25. It's snowy here, so I was not going very fast, and I did not go very far. I went a couple blocks. But no, for real, like, I want you to look around and, like, figure out what makes you happy. Figure out what makes you, what you're excited about, what you're passionate about, and I want you to go for that, because that's what you were meant to do. Your inner self, your inner being, this higher source of power knows all the answers, and they're literally giving them to you. Everything you want. The law of attraction says everything you ask for, everything you want, everything you wish for, you are given right away. It is already there. You just have to do the work to perceive it. You have to do the work to get your mind in a positive and happy place. And once you do, everything you want, you will start to see. I promise you that. There's this lady, who has this 5-second rule is what she called it. She came up with this all on her own, just to help herself, because her life was just literally ruled by anxiety. Her name is Mel Robbins. I'm pretty sure that's her name. If I'm wrong, I'll link it in the description box so you know for sure what I'm talking about. But she is amazing. She came up with this 5-second rule, and basically, literally all it is she explains how we have this 5-second window before anything. We've got this 5-second window in our brain before our ego starts taking over. Our brain can't, or our body can't physically, our brain cannot physically see what's going on. Our body can. You're seeing this with your eyes, and it's reporting to your brain. And so, like, if you're afraid of something, or if you're excited about something, your brain does not know the difference, because your brain feels your heart's beating, or your palms are getting sweaty, or you're getting sweaty, or you're getting all those symptoms, because being excited and being fearful, being nervous, have just about the same symptoms, right? Your heart starts racing, you get a little sweaty, your blood's pumping faster, you're a little shaky maybe. That happens with both. So your brain can't decipher the two. So it's your job to then put in that positive aspect, because if you're thinking, you feel fear, but you're thinking like, I'm excited, put that in place of I'm nervous. Like, if you're nervous for something, you're about to go give a big speech, or like me, when I'm about to make one of these videos, I always want to sit down and plan it out, but that's not how I should just go and let it flow, right? Because that's when I get the most out. That's when I don't have my problems. That's when I'm able to say all the things that I wanted to say, because I'm not sitting and thinking about it. I'm letting my true self talk, rather than fighting with my ego about, oh, should I say this? Oh, now I'm doubting myself. Your ego wants to protect you, but your ego doesn't know what you want, what you really, 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 truly desire. Your ego can't give you that stuff. Your inner being, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, can. Okay? So everything you want is already here. You've already received it. You just have to be able to see it. You have to raise your vibration. And to raise your vibration, all you have to do is connect these emotions. You have to have, once you have like that heightened emotion and you mix it with a thought, that is you creating. That you're putting out that momentum and you're creating it. So let's say I'm super nervous on making this video. I'm getting sweaty, my palms are clammy, my heart's racing, I can feel my blood pumping faster. But instead of thinking, oh, I'm scared, I'm going to start thinking, I'm going to replace that with, I'm excited. And before I do that, I'm gonna fill up that 5-second window. Or I'm gonna take that 5-second window, and I'm just gonna say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm excited. There. I didn't have time to think about it. You count and then you decide. You don't wait any longer, because after that 5 seconds, that's when you start doubting yourself. That's when the questions start coming in. That is when your ego starts trying to protect you, because it doesn't know that all of this stuff that you want is there. It just thinks, oh, well, like, I don't want you to get hurt. Like, what if that doesn't happen? Like, no, don't listen to that, okay? It's going to, if you believe it will. I promise. I promise. So I want you to take this 5-second rule, and I want you to apply it to your life, because I think it will really benefit you. And I'm going to try it too. I just learned about this morning. I'm going to go the rest of my day using this, keeping that in mind, and I've already used it this morning. I've got a 3-year-old. She just turned 3 yesterday, and she is sassy, okay? She has attitude sometimes, and once in a while, I just get so frustrated, and I just want to act out of anger, and I want to tell her, do this or you're going to go to timeout, but then I stop, and I think, I don't want her to do it because she's scared that if she does it, I'm going to put her in timeout. I don't want to raise her being afraid. I don't want her to act out of fear, because that's what I'm doing. I have to uncondition myself from acting out of fear, because that's something that my parents raised me to do. Not knowingly. It's not something they meant to. But every time my mom said, do this or else you're going to go to timeout or whatever, and it wasn't even necessarily something bad. It wasn't, oh, I'm going to beat you. No, my parents were very loving. I had a very loving family growing up. I'm not saying any of that. But I am saying I personally do not want to raise my daughter like that. So I took my 5 seconds. I went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm happy. I'm understanding, or whatever you need in that moment, say it, and you will be. Choose to be that, okay? Take control. You have the power. You just have to take it back, okay? You have the power to choose whatever is going on in your life, okay? I want you to get up, and one day we should all be able to wake up, totally create our day in our mind, and then go out and live that, and love every second of it, and learn every second that we're doing it. It's just, life should be beautiful. It should be joyful evolution. That is exactly what it should be. And if it's not, then you're doing it wrong. Or you're not wrong. You're not doing it the way that it was intended. You're not enjoying it to its fullest potential. And you deserve that. I deserve that. We all deserve that. Okay? We deserve to be happy. And we can be. And we will be. You just have to take the steps to reconnect with yourself and to really understand how your mind works and how your mind works your body. I mean, everything is beautiful and it's right there. We just have to choose to see it, and I really want to help you do that. I want to help you raise your vibration. I want to help you understand these things that I'm becoming to understand, because I used to have, I identified as a depressed and anxious person for so much of my life, and if I didn't take one of my meds that I've been on for years, I literally one day I would go crazy. I would lose my mind and I would think the world was ending and I would hate myself and I would cry and I would be totally miserable. But I realized I don't need those meds, and you don't need meds. You don't need any external thing. Every morning when you wake up, this is important, so listen. Every morning when you wake up with your head on your pillow, everything you need, you already have. Right in here. Okay? So with everything I've said today, I want you to take that and I want you to really, don't think about it, just use it, okay? I'm giving you this information not so that you can just hear me talk. If I wanted to hear myself talk, I would just talk, but I'm putting this out there for you to see so that you can use these tools too, because I'm telling you right now they will benefit you. Okay? So stop sitting around and thinking about making your life better and just do it, because I am, and I can tell you from personal experience that it's going wonderfully, okay? So please do yourself a favor and choose your life. Go out, choose today. Choose the things you want to do. Choose the things you want to feel. Okay, you can't choose your feelings, but you can choose how you react to them. You can choose the things you choose to put up with, the people you choose to see, the places you choose to go. You get to choose all that. And if you know how something affects you and it's not in a positive way, you can either retrain your brain with that thing. So let's say this alien made me sad, and every time I look at it, it makes me sad. Well, I could either get rid of that alien, just remove it completely from the equation, then it wouldn't be a problem anymore, right? So you can remove yourself from the situation or from those people or whatever, change whatever you need. Or I could do it internally and look at this alien and think, why did he make me sad? It doesn't even matter, but I'm going to make him make me happy now. So I'm going to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love this alien. This alien makes me happy. You know, like whatever resonates with you, whatever kind of thing will change that from negative to positive in your brain. You can do that with anything, not just a silly stuffed animal, okay? You can go out and do that with every single thing in your life. Every time you have a negative thought, I want you to think of the opposite. So if you think, oh my gosh, nobody likes me, stop, catch yourself. The first step is awareness. You have to be aware that it's happening. So when you catch that, then that's the first step. You've already come that far. You've already noticed it. That is the first step, and that is probably one of the harder steps, because if you don't even see that there's a problem, personally, I think that's a miserable way to live. To think you're just so happy but not even know what true happiness is, I think that's sad. I think that is so sad. So, I totally forgot what I was saying. See, this is what happens when I start thinking about other things. I was looking around, getting distracted, and then I totally forgot what I was going to say. Well, anyways, I love you guys a lot, and I really hope you take everything that I talked about today, minus that last little bit, because I'm not sure where I was going with that. But I really love you guys, and I really want the best for you guys. We all deserve it, okay? We should treat each other as we would treat ourselves, because we are all part of the same consciousness, guys. We're all part of the same universe, we all came from the same creator. You know, we are all these positive, unconditional, we are at a greater sense unconditional love and gratitude and bliss. It's just society has conditioned us to believe that we're not, okay? So we're going to take our power back, all right? Starting right now, you and me, we're going to do this, all right? So happy Monday. Hope you have a great day. Peace out.